Hello, welcome to Anime's another weekly roundup of Ami figure pre-orders to the 2nd to the 7th of March 2026. Not as many figures as last week, so this should have to be a bit quicker this time to get through. Just like normal, links for these figures will be in the description down below, apart from the NSFW figures, which are at the end of the video. Those will not be linked, obviously. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe for this weekly roundup of keeping on top of these scale figures that we get released every week. On Ami, as that's like the biggest and main distributor for getting figures, at least importing them from Japan. So let's get straight on into it. We've got Hololive Productions Yukihana Lame 1/6 by Max Factory, 35,000 yen, coming out in January 2027. Very nice looking figure, very pricey, 35,000 yen, but the hair sculpting and paint job looks really nice. The actual outfit as well is really nicely sculpted. The boots look really good. Done there. The leggings look really nice. Shading looks pretty good overall. And it looks like she obviously just is on her knees, so she doesn't need to worry about having... Probably can display her without a base. It doesn't mention that a base is required. Normally it'll mention if they require a base, so like figures that are sitting on seats or chairs, something like that. Those ones you might be able to get away with, but for them to like sit properly, they probably need that sort of, you know, base or chair for them to actually be displayed properly. So this one looks like you could display it quite flexibly. Just be wary of paint transfer, obviously, with these kneeling figures, especially with that jacket as well. That's going to be touching the floor and be at the same level as her knees. So you might want some sort of fabric, like a white faux fur, fake fur, like I have got on my shelf behind me, for my core scales that are like lying down, just to reduce paint transfer and damage to the figure. But yeah, the sculpting looks really good on this figure. Really nice looking figure. 1/6 as well, which is a bit surprising. I was expecting more like 1/7, but so she'll be a bit on the larger side, at 22 centimeters as the max height. Only thing I'm probably a bit more worried about is, apart from the paint transfer, is the fact that there's a lot of individual like loose strands of the hair sculpting. So hopefully they package it really well and you can actually get it very nicely, and the sort of heart shaped on the top of the fringe as well. Well, I'm presuming that's probably a separate piece that you then insert. Normally figures that that have got similar situations like that will have essential the hair, it'll be loose. It'll be a part that you have to put in, so you might want to keep an eye out for that in your packaging when you do get her. But yeah, she's a very cute figure, looks really nice, and is obviously Hololive if you're a Hololive fan. Then we got Gushing Over Magical Girls, Magia Azure 1/7 by Kadokawa, 19,800 yen, October 2026, 7 months basically to release. Yeah, it's Kadokawa, looks fine. There's not tons of shading, but I think with the girls from Magia Razor, the outfits are, you know, very pastel, so it's very just a flat color tone anyways. So, and is cast off. You can obviously have her chest on display if you want to, from taking damage. But yeah, she looks quite cute, quite nice looking figure. Nothing extravagant, I would say, to do with for the price. It's kind of to be expected. There's like nothing insane in terms of paintwork or sculpting. It's just a clean figure, and obviously the bonus, the fact that she's obviously can be cast off, which pretty much all the Magia Razor figures have that as an option usually. For under 20,000 yen, yeah, looks fine I think overall, and is a very good anime. I think definitely worth watching. And then they do a special edition version where you get a different faceplate, which I quite like this faceplate compared to a standard one as well. So yeah, very nice figure. It is 6,500 yen more, so it's a bit more pricey, but you do get more, just a faceplate as an extra with this one. Keep going through. So you get the additional, obviously, shirt damage, and then I think there was supposed to be some other bits there. So shirt damage, and then I think, yeah, we go. So you got some vines or tentacles wrapped around her face. That's the third faceplate option. And then you got obviously her screaming. So you got, looks like 4 faceplates, and then different hand options where their hands are tied up behind her back, and she's obviously got those vines as well behind there. So she's restrained if you wanted to have a restrained option, and you get wall scroll as well, flip over tapestry. So you've got those 2 different art versions here as a sample. So I think not bad, I think, really, for the additional options you get. Arm parts with tentacles, front hair parts with tentacles, ecstatic face plate, and then the main figure. So overall, I think both options are quite fine, depending on how much you want to go with Magia Beza figures. Magia girls, those are the magical girls. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, Maruzunzeski, then Sky signature racewear version 7th by Clanel, 26,120 yen, August 2026. I like the reds and the tones are very nice. Boots looks really good. Hair sculpting paint job looks great as usual with pretty much every Uma Musume figure. So outfit check, hair check, pose. It's definitely not your box standing pose. She's a bit more dynamic, leaning over as well with the hand gestures. So yeah, she looks quite good. Very nice figure. I think overall for 26,000 yen, just a very nice, clean Uma Musume figure. So yeah, I don't think that, and I think Clanel have done quite a good job with their past Uma Musume figures. I've not heard any bad things with them taking on the IP and executing the figures very nicely. Then we got Bunny Suit Planning, Sophia F. Shearing, High Cut Swimsuit version, regular edition on 6th by Amakuni, 23,100 yen, July 2026. It's Sophia F. Shearing in a very sexy swimsuit. She looks great. With the bottle as well. Yeah, just a very, I love all the proportions, love all the swimsuit, obviously pinching the skin in all the right places. She's very sexy. Love the face and hair, obviously. Is a typical Sophia F. Shearing hair sculpt and paintwork there. Nail painting, fingernails looks really good, and the skin shading as well, in where the skin is obviously where the joints are, looks really nicely done. So yeah, overall really good looking figure, looks extremely nice. I think very worth getting hold of. Very tempted to get this one, but I'll probably wait till release. And then they do a deluxe version, which just comes with a wall scroll apparently, and no other additional options. So depending on if you want the wall scroll or not. But I think you're better off saving, yourself the 4,000 yen and just get the box hand figure, unless if it gets released in the future that the actual there are some other bits and pieces, or that she's cast off. I don't think she is cast off. Personally, it looks like that she could have been. Some of the photos, when you look at the clasps at the top of her swimsuit around the neck, it looks like they're molded here. It looks like the seam could be on top, so you possibly, but it wouldn't make sense for this figure to be cast off, because obviously the mold underneath the swimsuit would just be pressed in boobs, so it wouldn't make sense really for this. But yeah, very nice looking figure. I think both, depending on which option, worth getting a hold of either one. Then we've got a freeing figure, just like normal, a weekly freeing release. Beastyle Mobile Suit Gundam. Rain Mikamura 1/7 quarter scale, single shipment as well for this one, which is a bit odd for a quarter scale. 39,600 yen. I'm pretty sure she's a quarter scale. She doesn't mention it anywhere actually, but her being quarter scale. But I'm pretty sure on MFC she is a quarter scale. But yeah, it's a Mobile Suit Gundam, classic anime, really good looking anime, and I love this suit. These, the leather 3/4 length boots, and then the mixture of the fishnets and the nylon runs towards stomach as well. Really good, and I like the gloves. The pose looks really good. Painting looks really good. Hair looks fine. It's a simple sculpting, but I think that's fine based on the character not having really long and lots of individual strands, wavy hair. That's fine. She's a short haired character. Yeah. Great looking figure. Love the facial expression. It's just a great freeing figure personally, since yeah, she just looks great, and I definitely, it's different. It's not your bog standard boring bunny suit figure that we've seen many a time these days. So yeah, she looks really good, and I think potentially worth getting a hold of. A single shipment is a bit annoying, especially if you've got other stuff in September that you'd like to ship her with. You've got to be stuck with having multiple shipping invoices, unfortunately, for September if you do get her. Then we got Hattori Wan Jin Jiang, 1/6 by Athena X, 19,200 yen, April 2027. Cute figure. Do like the hair accessories going on. There's a lot of detail there, and the kimono that she's in is fine. I think you're purchasing this figure more for the accessories that they've got going on, sort of the inflatable fish here, or carp should I say, not fish, carp. Yeah, the hair accessory sculpting, and the color, orange, whites and greens, a bit more interesting, vibrant colors. Yeah, she looks good overall, 1/6. It's not like the cleanest figures, there's not tons of shading. Sculpting is fine. I think it's just there's a lot of detail to the figure. It's whether they can actually execute this consistently when you actually get this figure in your hands, since Athena X is a bit more of a newer manufacturer. And then we got Koi Koi Sakura Receptionist, 1/6 for 9,400 yen. A bit more of a price premium that we've seen before from Koi Koi. Like my Sophia Sheeran Koi Koi figure in a swimsuit, it was 6,000 yen. It's a simple figure, but she's very sexy and is 1/6. But this, talking of simple, this is also a very simple figure. It's your traditional sort of receptionist outfit, office wear figure. Girl, you know, receptionist with at least some decent hair shading, I guess, compared to what we normally see with Koi Koi. So yeah, she looks fine overall. Just very clean figure, sculpting. Okay, you can remove the skirt, I suppose, is a bonus. So kind of cast off. I don't know. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I don't know if it's like a 2,000-3,000 yen premium though for that option, since the figure is pretty simple. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think she's going to sell super well though, personally, since she is just, you know, a receptionist OC kind of design, or very safe design, I guess you'd say, compared to being from an IP that a lot of people follow, like Sophia F. Shearing, or Bunny Suit Planning, should I say. Then we got My Hero Academia, Bakugo, 2 Dimensions version, 1/8 by Takara Tomy, 18,700 yen, August 2026. So this is like the cell shading kind of aesthetic that we've been seeing. It's like, you know, they're actually shaded in a way that they are lifted from a panel, actually from the anime, or from the concept sort of way where they're coloured in. So yeah, from a freeze frame, looks really good. I do like it. It's quite unique, obviously, a bit more eye-catching as well. But yeah, it's kind of like the 2 dimensions, as they say, is giving off those 2D vibes in terms of how they're doing the shading for this figure. I do like it a lot. It's just not my personal taste. I think you kind of, if you're doing this, you're going to want to get multiple figures, which obviously I think there's more in the future. Well, there is another one that we'll cover in a sec, where you'll end up getting the whole lineup eventually of them in this 2 dimensions version. Whether they can all look this good, it's because you've got to take into account the different character design, the poses, how they're going to implement the actual 2 dimension shading, how they execute it is, I think, they're going to be the biggest thing, whether the figure will win or flop, unfortunately. So obviously, like this one of Mirko, is obviously more expensive, 25,240 yen than Bakugo, but she's much more dynamic, a lot more explosive in the pose. But this, she looks great. I think this one is where the 2 dimensions shading actually elevates the figure. If you like this, just photo freeze frame looks great as well. You could tell from how they got the lighting and the shadow work going on. It looks exactly like a freeze frame from the anime. compared to Bakugo, which it kind of wasn't. And even from all the different angles, it looks literally like they just took a copy and then cut out the background and stuck her in these photos. So she looks great. This is like perfect way they can do the rendition of the 2 dimensions. Whereas Bakugo is fine. It looks clean. It looks nice, but it doesn't, because of how he's not super dynamic and whatnot. It just doesn't warrant your attention so much. Whereas at least with Mirko, she looks great as well in all these different poses and whatnot. So yeah, great looking figure. I think this will be an auto buy for a lot of people. September 2026 release. Then we got Tenatal Big Noodle Stopper. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russia. A Russian knitwear version by Furyu, 19,800 yen, December 2026. So this is just a very large noodle stopper design. So yeah, she's a bit taller than half a litre bottle of Coke, or bottle of drink of some sort, which is, she's so 20.5 centimeters. So she's about nearly quarter scale size, lying down in similar positions to this. Probably 1/6 scale, I'd say, would probably be a good equivalent for it, since she's obviously on her knees. So 26 centimeters, non-scale. Yeah, she looks fine. I think maybe not 20,000 yen, because the paint job is pretty simple. The sculpting on the knitwear outfit is nice though, so that's quite a good thing. And I do like the collarbone sculpting, and obviously the chest sculpting is quite nice here. Facial expression looks good. Overall, I do like it. I just wish like the paint job was put, because you're paying for a larger figure, that the paint job would be a bit better, because there's not really any hair shading, to be honest. So she looks good overall, and I think if you like noodle stoppers, then you probably might be into your big noodle stoppers as well. Then we got Hololive Sakura Miko, sorry, on 7th by Design Coco, 28,600 yen, June 2027. It's well over a year and a half nearly. Great looking figure, sculpt work, paint job looks good. Love the design. It looks like all the decals on the kimono look really nicely done. Yeah, great looking figure. The head is some hair shading, not tons, but they've got some highlights in there. And I do like the sort of bridge with the Sakura pedals as well going on there. Yeah, very nice figure. I think overall 29,000 yen is a bit, nearly 29,000 is a bit on the pricier side, but not too bad. I think overall she looks good. Then we've got Lyricus Recoil, Takina, in their standard outfit, 1/6 by Good Spot Company, 18,500 yen. No shading, clean paintwork, and no motion really in the figure. So pretty bland overall for 18,500 yen. Is 1/6, a bit on the large side. Is Chisato any better? Bit more motion, bit more liveliness in the face. Hair shading's pretty crap. Sculpting looks quite nice though. A lot of the individual strands are done. The grey red on the school outfit looks nice, fine. Socks have got some good shading there, actually. Yeah, looks fine, bit bog standard. Again, some shading, but not tons. March 2027, I think, for both of those. Yep. Then we got Natori Sana on 7th by Wave, 23,800 yen. Very cute figure. Do like the outfit. You don't see that a lot where they've got their sleeves but their hands are hidden. So yeah, quite nice outfit. And I do like the sort of what's this on the base when we get to the base. The gold inlay that they've got in the dress design is actually really nice as well. Looks like they executed that quite nicely. Doesn't look like there's any bad design or areas here. So yeah, quite nice. Multiple faceplates as well. It looks like smiling face or standard face. Okay, and this little lobster and sort of marshmallow thing. They're quite cute and adorable, but again, pretty bog standard paint job on them. Yeah, they look fine. I think she looks fine. It's just not something I'd probably be collecting. 23,000 yen for 1/7. it's a cute figure, cute design, but it's not like nothing extravagant. I think when you're going to cost 20,000 yen, you'd want a bit more stuff with the base to elevate the figure, you know, maybe stonework or bridge or something like that, just to add to it. And we got Toa no Yugura on 7th by Medicos Entertainment, 20,000 yen. Single shipment for 1/7. Okay, October 2026. I think I've covered this before, to be honest, but yeah, she looks really cute. I like this figure a lot. Outfit looks great. The white, blues, and pinks, and the blonde hair looks really nicely done. And the boots shading, especially around the knee joint, is very nicely shaded and sculpted. Yeah, great looking figure overall, and a bit of obviously lower bottom there on display. Yeah, very nice looking figure, a bit dynamic. Paint job looks good. Yeah, great looking figure, 22,000 yen. And Medicos Entertainment are a great manufacturer. My Black Lagoon figures are amazing, so I think definitely worth getting hold of. Single shipment's a bit annoying for 1/7, and I think you get a B4 clear poster as well with this figure. And then we go to Bunny Mal's Xiaoju 1/7 by Sakura Gear, 26,120 yen, May 2027. Okay, so cat furry in a Chinese dress bunny suit kind of thing. Interesting design, interesting colours. The greens, the blacks, the browns, and the oranges are quite nicely done. Sculpting looks fine. Hair a bit on the basic side for the short hair that she's got going on. And the tail sculpting is pretty simple as well. You don't see a lot of like fur or anything going on there. Some fur bits on the shoulders to show that she's, you know, furry. I think overall it's just a very unique and nice design, but not something I'd be getting personally. She looks nice and fine, and there's good detail overall. It's definitely unique, I would say. So yeah, it's a very unique figure to have in your collection, I think, at the end of the day. Then we got Amuro Islnots Masaki Gaillard on the 7th by Alice Glint, 26,730 yen, December 2026. See, this one looks a lot better with the base, the dessert themed base plate, and then you got the fork as well, cutlery, and the painting on them looks good. They're quite realistic. She's cute as well in her outfit, standing on the dessert platter. The reds are really nicely shaded. The sculpting on the skirt looks really good, how frilly it is. Chest sculpting is obviously really good as well. Really like the sculpting there. Face looks really nice. She's obviously she's eating a donut, so ties her into the base. Yeah, very cute figure. I love this lot. Is still sexy, and you can remove her outfit. Looks like so, and you can have her in her underwear. Nice touch. I think definitely makes it worth the money. Then I don't think she's fully cast off. Obviously, oh, she is fully cast off. So you can have her clothed, semi inner underwear, and fully cast off in the chest area. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Tempted to get it. Quite a unique figure, but I do like dessert, you know, sweet. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth. So yeah, and I do like the colour red, is one of my favourite colours. So very nice looking figure. Potentially a buy for me. Then there's the this version, limited edition version, which has a different faceplate for 27,000 yen. I think the exposed body is the same for both. Optional part, exposed body upper, so that's part. And this is part 1, exposed and smiling face. But yeah, so smiling face is a bonus. It's basically the only extra option for those few thousand yen more. I probably would pay the extra money, to be honest, to get the smiling face plate, because it does change the mood of the figure quite a bit as well. So yeah, quite nice looking figure. Definitely, I think worth either a version you'll be happy with. I think, you know, for the extra 500 yen, you might as well just to pay the extra 500 yen to get the additional faceplate. Now we're going to the adult section figure, so there's not a lot of these. We've got Tamino Kadami, original illustration, Tiffany, 1/6, by Violet Studio, 25,800 yen, August 2026. Succubus figure design. She looks quite nice. Hair sculpting and shading. The semi-translucent on the blonde is a bit weird. I think it's not the best design for the semi-translucent on this figure. I think it really comes down to the design of the whole figure, whether they can actually get away with semi-translucent hair in these figures. But yeah, the tails, sorry, the wings look quite nice. Obviously, she's a very petite-looking figure, and she's got the tail obviously pushing down her, de-dressing her pants. And then you got fully cast off as well. Yeah, quite nice looking figure. I think if you want a succubus, themed figure, you can get this one. But I think there are other succubus figures that are better that we've had in the past. And then if you're a Nekopara fan, we are getting a chocolate and vanilla, like intertwined kind of figure for 1/6 scale for 46,530 yen by Eclipse Feather. So let's have a look at these photos. Hair sculpting and shading looks really nice. Chocolate and vanilla are looking really good, obviously, in the outfits. I do like that a lot. Standing up together, she's grabbing her chest area and covering her opai. Yeah, I like the facial expressions, love the pose, love the fact that they're together. Yeah, great looking figure. Hair sculpting looks really good, and shading. The chocolate's hair shading looks really good. Vanilla's is not bad as well, actually. The fact that they do pink, throughout whites to pinks is quite a nice good way of doing it, I think, for shading. Since she's obviously in a pink sort of nightwear as well. Yeah, the fact that their nightwear sort of matches their hair color is nice touch to tie them together. And then they do a deluxe version, which looks like it has them just basically kneeling down instead of standing up, for 49,500 yen. Apart from that, they're identical, and it looks like only Chocolate's pretty much the only one that's cast off here. I don't think... Oh, Vanilla's got her chest exposed as well. Okay. Yeah. Depending on your options, and it looks like you might be able to remove their pants as well to make them fully exposed in another region. They just haven't shown that as an option. But yeah, I probably would pay the extra few thousand yen to get the deluxe option. I think a lot of people will probably prefer them on their knees rather than standing up. But yeah, they give you the options at least to buy both versions if you wanted to. And that does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. And thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks. Bye.